Hello, this is the Shortbread Gobbler, and this is an intro video to the basics of this game. Okay, if you want to load a game, you click load game, and then you click whatever world you want. This is why you gotta remember the world's name. Okay, now if you want to make a new game, you click new game. You either choose no sweat or survival. And I'm going to show you a survival case. Now, you choose which asteroid you want, and each asteroid going to the right gets more and more unlikely for survival of your colony. We're going to choose this asteroid called Terra. It's the most ideal one. And okay, so if you want to choose this world's traits, you click this, and it gives you a different one. See, okay, so this one has a frozen core. The core of the world is a block of ice. Medium boulders are a number of moderately sized but hard to dig boulders that have been scattered around this world. Or if you want large glaciers, which is just huge chunks of primordial ice. Or if you want magma channels, which are just magma, the core has kind of just spread up throughout the world. Or metal poor. This is less raw metal than expected here. Or if you want geoactive, which has more geysers, the world has more geysers and vents. Or geodes, a number of large geodes containing caches of rare material. And then there's a subsurface ocean. Metal rich means it's rich with metallic ores. And geodormant, which means this world has fewer geysers and vents than usual. Let's choose slime molds. I've never seen that, actually. Sickly slime growths have been located all over this world. Yeah, let's do this one. Okay. So you push start game. This is the loading screen. It takes a second or two to load. Okay. Now when you get to this point, you can choose by clicking this what interest they will at least have one of. So if you want a builder, choose this, and it gets a building interest. And what this means is that when they have an interest in a certain thing, it is easier for them to do the job of it. So that also means less morale needed for that job. Usually I get a building skill of 7, or just one building interest. Then I would go for a researcher. And again, you can choose whatever job you think is suitable for your colony. And again, usually I get a 1 researching interest here. You also got to look at these, because this guy, or are you a guy? I'm going with girl. This girl has a bottomless stomach, which means that she eats a lot more food than usual. So that means, so the average duplicate usually eats 1,000 calories each cycle. This means she'll eat 1,500, so plus 500 calories to her normal duplicates eating. So we better get a different one here. Here, slow learner. That doesn't really affect anything as long as you have a researcher. Irritable bowel. That means in this duplicate needs a little more time in the bathroom, which can be a problem, but not much of one. Then usually I go for, where is it? The digger. And usually I get this, and this one has diver's lungs. So that's one of the good traits you want to be looking out for, along with quick learner or mole hands. And let's just name this test rock. And then you push this thing that says embark. Okay, so you start off in this new world. Usually, oh, whoa, what's up with this? That's different. I've never seen something like this. Okay, anyways. Start off in your little world, and you look around. You gotta look for what resources you need. Okay, so first you gotta dig some sandstone here. Also, if you ever want to speed this up, you can also pause this world by pushing space. But also, this is slow speed, this is medium speed, and this is fast speed. You gotta get a wash basin. This is for a bathroom. And usually I stick with 3 outhouses because it's just easier. And then you kind of start off with a base for the room, kind of a shape for the room here. Okay, while they're building that, I want to show you some of the important things here. This is the schedule, and you can add new schedules. So if you wanted one to work in the morning, or sleep in the morning and work at nighttime, you can. And sometimes that can actually work to your benefit, because sometimes duplicants are either early birds, which means every skill is increased by 2, or night owls, which means the same thing except at night. So usually I like to kind of shorten their sleeping, and you always have to have a bath time here. You always have to. And you can decrease downtime by 1 so they can have more time working. I am going to set this left, because when they use the bathroom and they get out of here, when this is filled with water, when they pass it left, it means they have to wash their hands no matter what. Okay, if you're wondering why they haven't built this up here, it's because they only can build up to 4 high. They cannot build or dig up to 5 high. And you can tell by this. It's 1 by 5. Okay, when you get enough copper to build a door, just put it right there, and the room is finished. It should be, at least. So if you ever want to dig, you click this guy. If you ever want to cancel any of your builds, you click that and click whatever you want to cancel. If you ever want to deconstruct, you click this and click whatever you want to deconstruct. Or if you want to prioritize things higher than other things, you click the priority thing right over here. And you can choose up to 1 to 9. And 1 means it's the lowest priority that they have to do. 9 is the highest. So if I want them to get this done as quick as they can, I push 9. And they instantly go over here. Okay, now this is considered a latrine, and that has a morale bonus. It gives them all +1 morale. If they use it at least once every cycle, they get +1 morale. Okay, so eventually you will run out of... Oh my god, what the hell? Oh, was this the glacier? This right here is gigantic. What the hell? That's so much water. That's actually really good. Jeez. You're never gonna run out of water. Wow. That's insane, actually. Oh. That's gonna break if you don't do something about that. Ooh. So I'll just get this prioritized, because if this starts pouring out, it's gonna flood my whole base and kill my duplicants. Another thing you gotta do is that you gotta just put tiles everywhere, because tiles can increase the duplicants' run speed. Okay, so it is downtime for them, and what downtime means? It's right here. Downtime means during downtime, my duplicants do what they want to do as they please, you know. Or wait, let's read that again. Okay, so during downtime, it just basically means that they can do whatever they want. And this is nighttime. And if you see this little slice of darkness up here by cycle 1, that is how long their nighttime should last, their sleeping time. Actually, refrain from that. If you see this dark little sliver up here of darkness, that's how their nighttime should last. Okay, now it is time to move on to the next step, which is power. If you want to get power, you go down to this. Always you gotta start out with a manual generator, and you put this one down, and you can have multiple batteries next to it. Usually I do 3. Then you gotta get a wire to connect. You gotta hold and drag all of these little plugins here, and someone will run on this manual generator to charge the batteries. Now these are all hooked up, and as Gossman runs on them, it will charge these batteries. Now if you want to power things such as a research station, you put that there, and then you drag a power cord to this plug-in here. Wires can go through tiles, so that's a thing to keep in mind. It can go behind things too. Okay, so when you get to this point where you built your research station, you want to click on it. You want to click research, and it will bring you to this menu. And this shows you all the research that you can do, which is a ton of research. Okay, so first I usually do I usually go to meal preparation, because when I get my advanced research, I can go to this and make a greenhouse. Another important thing you need to know is that you can go up to here. It's called priorities, and you click on it. These are the highly read. Okay, so the redder boxes is the skills that the duplicants have in these things. So such as Lindsay, she has the highest skill in researching out of everything else. So I would put that up to an increased priority. I would also put operating to an increased priority for her too, because when the power runs out and she can't research anymore, she goes and charges the thing. Okay, when they have nothing to do, you just give them more to do. This, you go to oxygen. This is called an oxygen diffuser, and what it does, it converts large amounts of algae into oxygen. So eventually you will need to go down to your nearest water source. So you go to plumbing here, and you select this item that's called a pitcher pump. And what this does is it can pour water from here into little water bottles for your duplicants to use. Okay, when they have this built, the pitcher pump, when you hover over it, it will tell you how much water you have. So right now I have 7.4 tons of it. Okay, also what you want to do in the very beginning of the game, which I kind of forgot to tell you guys, is to go to your ration box, select all, and then you want to put it at the highest priorities. Yeah, what is up with this though? I think this was just a gigantic glacier and it melted because of the temperature here. The thing is, carbon dioxide is lighter than oxygen, so it always sinks to the lowest point of the base. So right now the lowest point of the base is down here, and all of the carbon dioxide will sink down here, and down here will be no longer breathable. Each individual duplicate takes up 1,000 calories each cycle. If they have a bottomless stomach trait, they will take up 1,500, but none of these guys do. So this would be 1,000, 2,000, and 3,000 for each cycle. So this will probably last around 6 more cycles, around that. Now eventually you will need to build barracks for these guys. So you take, right now I have 3 of them, 3 duplicates. So I put 3 down here, and then I will build walls around this, and then I will put a door there. And this, when they get this all built, this little area will be considered a barracks, which gives them +1 morale. And to assign duplicates, you push onto the cot, you click onto the cot, and choose which duplicate you want. And I'm going for Lindsay because she's the most important one right now, because she's researching everything for us. And as soon as you get this research, your first research, and get this planter box, you need to start planting. So to find the ideal spot for planting is to go up here and click this thing that says temperature overlay, and this shows you what temperature everything is. So what's in green is temperate, which means temperature is reaching 67.7 degrees Fahrenheit, and right now in here is like 72. This is absolute 0, and this is molten, which is insanely hot. So right in here would probably be the best spot. Okay, since they have no more research to do, you go to research again, and then you go down to colony development. And this is crucial to your colony. You have to research up until here, because this gives you a supercomputer, which means you can research up until here now and further. What the hell was that? I don't know what that was. Now, if you click on room overlay, this is considered a barracks now. And the barracks have to be at least 12 tiles and the maximum size of the room is 64 tiles. Same with this guy. Also, usually for each oxygen diffuser, it produces enough oxygen for 2 duplicates. The reason why I'm letting each side have one spot where no tile is so that oxygen can flow much easier through here. Okay, so every 3 cycles, new printables are provided to you. So you click onto the printing pod when it lights up like this, and you go to here, and you click choose a blueprint. And this will give you either a care package or a new duplicate entirely. But right now I'm going to choose a care package. Okay, so when you mealwood seeds and basically any other plant do grow 2 tiles up. So I usually would put plant, then put as a highest priority, and then go over here, click copy settings, and copy it to the other planter boxes. Oh, excuse me. So now it's downtime for them, so they do whatever they want. I don't give a shit what they do. Just watch them, see how cute they are. Look at them taking a dump. Okay, when they're done researching that, you go to stations, and you gotta get supercomputer, because that is very crucial in your colony's development. So you connect the wire, you can go over here, go up here, and then connect the wire there, and they'll build that eventually. And then you can select, usually I go for up here, which gives you a fridge, so your food doesn't, decompose over time. Right now we have 20,000 because they keep finding muckroot. You can just uncover muckroot by digging. For right now, at the beginning, I would not grow bristle blossoms, because these guys need illumination. That's why I go for mealwood, because they can grow in so many different atmospheres, and it doesn't need light. And this is what buried muckroot looks like, so if you ever want to harvest that, you can only harvest it once. Outhouses start off with 15 visits remaining, usually means 1 to 2 visits each cycle. So when these run out of order, they plunge these, and when they're done plunging, it excretes however amount of polluted dirt, which can give off polluted oxygen, and it will reset back to 15 visits. If you want to ever get dirt out of polluted dirt, you go to refinement here, and go to compost, and you build one of those, and whenever there is polluted dirt, they will deliver polluted dirt here, and they will have to kind of flip it themselves, so it will turn into dirt. If you go up here, click power overlay, it will show you all the wires and however many watts everything is taking up. Ah, yeah. I wonder if you guys could hear that. So when you see this little hovering hard hat here, this means skill points are available. And to get to these skill points is that you click on this printing pod, click on it, and then you go to skills right there. And then whoever has the skill point, you click on. So Lindsay has the skill point. Whatever job has a heart next to it means that it will give them +1 morale, and it is what they like. For each job that you give them, it gives them +2 to whatever skill that job usually uses. So advanced research gives +2, science, and also gives supercomputer usage. Oh, also you have to go select this advanced research hat. And look at this little animation. I like it personally. Okay, now she can use this supercomputer. Oh fuck. I hate sand. Okay, so another skill point is acquired. So both of these guys, so he's going to be a hard digging. He's going to have hard digging, and she's going to have improved construction. They will go over here too. Yeah. And let's choose another blueprint. Right now, tidying, trypophobia, doctoring building. I'm gonna choose you, Ada. Okay, now we do need another oxygen diffuser. Also, if you do want to make a greenhouse, you go over here, kinda make it as long as you want, Well, not as long as you want, because greenhouses are, let's see, have to be maximum size 96 and minimum size 12. So you go over here, you kind of make a room shape like usual. You put that. You leave 2 spots over here because you want to go to stations. Get this farm station and put that in there, and as soon as they build all that, this is considered a greenhouse. Anyways, that is the basics. If you guys enjoyed this video, please subscribe, and if you guys think this type of content is right for you, please subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.